Deepak, if I were to believe in a cosmic consciousness, what would it imply regarding the human relationship with other creatures that certainly appear to be sentient from a spectrum from single-celled paramecium, which may have nothing, to multi-cell organisms, to plants, to various animal kingdoms?
Let me answer that with a quote from Rumi, the great Sufi poet. He said, consciousness sleeps in minerals, it dreams in plants, it wakes up in animals, and it becomes self-aware in humans. I would qualify that and say it becomes self-aware in a few humans. Okay, but that is the evolution of consciousness.
Do you think I qualify?
Yeah, because you're asking these questions, right? So consciousness is on an evolutionary path through star stuff. You know, it expressed itself.
It's beautiful poetry. I mean, that's very well said and really very elegant. But do you really believe that? Do you believe that there is an essence of consciousness in every physical entity, every inorganic
There is only
particle?
consciousness. There is only consciousness, and it looks at itself in a million ways. You know, we are this brain, human brain, is the universe looking at itself as this observation deck. Okay, what does the universe look like to an insect with 100 eyes? So consciousness experiences itself in infinite varieties because it is infinite.
And so the kind of consciousness that different animals would have, if you go down the species and phyla, you're getting less and less complex. And so the experience of consciousness has to be different.
It's evolving. But yet there is, you know, it's like playing virtual tennis in a virtual arcade. I throw the ball and you see a different ball, but we both pretend it's the same ball and we keep playing the game.
Right.
I was thinking the other day, you can have an emotional relationship with your dog, can't you?
Sure.
Okay, and yet you have no idea when the dog barks, does it hear the same sound as you do?
Right, sure.
Because it has a different nervous system. Right? And yet there's some overlap, isn't there?
Right.
You can have an emotional relationship. In fact, some people have better relationships with their dogs than with other human beings. So there is a continuum of consciousness that permeates the whole cosmos, but there's overlap as well. Because, now we know that the human body actually has 600 trillion cells, not 100. Only 10% are human, the rest are microbes. So you are actually a walking bacterial colony with a few human cells attached to it. They have come together to ask these questions. And before that...
But of those, all those...
And they're made of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen that was manufactured in a star. In fact, the atoms here are probably different came from a different source than the atoms here.
Sure, but our consciousness is certainly the product of what's in our brains, and we have 100 billion or so neurons, and as you go to different animals, they have
our consciousness expresses itself.
Brains.
It expresses itself.
So what is the core difference between human consciousness and the expression of consciousness in all different kinds of animals?
Self-reflective, creative, artistic, scientific, asking questions about meaning,
But why
existence.
do humans have that and animals don't?
Evolution. I think evolution of species is actually evolution of species of consciousness.
Where is it heading?
You know, Rumi, when I die, I will soar with angels. When I die to the angels, what I shall become, you cannot imagine.